Smart, smart, do. We are the children, the children of God. Come, come, come. We change our world. We have what it takes to do it smart and make it smart. Welcome to our Smart Do.
Okay, Class 8, welcome on board. We're going to introduce you to adaptation in animals. In our previous lesson, we discussed in details the adaptations in plants, and we described that adaptations are the mechanisms an organism uses to survive in a certain habitat. Therefore, adaptation in animals, I want to mainly discuss the feeding adaptation. Why do all animals not feed on the same diet? There are those that will have mixed diet, fresh alone, and plants. Now, what features do they have that draws the line or shows the difference? That's what I want to discuss as adaptation in mammals. And I'll start by classifying mammals, adaptation in animals, and we are mainly going to discuss mammals. Mammals feeding habits. Mammals feeding habits. The habits in mammals, we classify mammals according to feeding in brief. We are going to discuss what we call the carnivorous mammals. The carnivorous mammals are also known as the flesh eaters. And I'm going to discuss the herbivorous mammals, or the plant eaters. I'll also describe the omnivores. Omnivores means mixed diet eaters, omnivores, or the mixed diet eaters. These animals are all mammals, but they have different feeding habits, and therefore they have different mechanisms that help them to eat a certain food. And to start with, I will start with the herbivores. The herbivores, or what you call the plant eaters, they are classified into two, or I can classify them into several classes. One, I can classify the grazers. I can also mention the blowsers. The grazers are those that feed directly on the pasture with their head down. The blowsers are those that feed on twigs. So if there is a plant here and there is grass here, those that will eat directly on the pasture grass are grazers. Those that will eat the twigs or the leaves of the plant up here, those ones are blowsers. And the grazers, or the blowsers are animals like gazelle, not gazelle but goat, and antelope. These ones would feed on twigs. The grazers are animals like sheep. We have a cow, we have a buffalo, and so many other animals that we can mention that eat grass. All those ones are herbivores. The same herbivores can later be categorized in those that chew cuds. We call them the ruminant. Ruminant are mammals that chew cuds. They chew cuds. And when they are chewing cuds, that means they are able to get food from the stomach. They chew, then they turn it back. Then there are those that don't chew cuds. We call them the non-ruminant. No, do not chew cuds. They do not chew cuds. Then, in classification of herbivores, there are some special adaptations in their mouth. One, if you look at their mouth, it is completely different from other animals as follows. One, they have only teeth, incisors teeth on the lower jaw. They have molars and premolars. Then they have a toothless gap here. Here this is a toothless gap. They have the incisors and canine here. Incisors and canine. And then they have a toothless gap here we call the horny pad. The horny pad. Then they have a toothless gap here we call the diastema. Then they have the molars and the premolars. The molars and the premolars. I want to describe very important points. Number one, the horny pad, the toothless gap, helps the animal to grip. These are the teeth on the lower side. So this is an empty part, no teeth, but it's a bit hard. So the animal is able to grip grass using the horny pad and the lower incisors. The incisors are sharp. And then the canines are almost similar to incisors. You may not notice the difference. Then the diastema, the toothless gap, helps in the turning of food material in the mouth for proper chewing, or what we call manipulation. The tongue laws around here to turn the vegetation material. The other special thing about the molars and the premolars, the cow feeds in a circular way. And therefore, these molars and premolars keep on wearing out. And these animals, their teeth keep on growing to replace the worn out parts. The animal has also a long tongue that can get even into the nose of the animal. And it is also a bit large to help the animal in collecting of grass. Those are their few adaptations. When I have to mention the carnivores, the mouth is a bit different. They have sharp incisors, they have teeth on all sides. Then they have one long tooth, they have another one special here, then they have the molars and the premolars. For them, they don't have the diastema. These ones are the carnivores. These ones are the carnivores. So, for them, they have a long tooth we call the canine. The canine is dagger-shaped. It is dagger-shaped. It is used to kill prey. Remember, they eat flesh. The incisors are sharp-pointed. The incisors are sharp-pointed and they are also short. They help to hold. They help to hold and kill. But no, this one the kills. This one they help to hold and strip small pieces of meat. Then the carnivores have a special tooth that looks this way. One of them is a premolar, the other one is the last premolar, the other one is a first molar. So this tooth, which is around here, we call it the carnassial teeth. The carnassial teeth. We say the carnassial teeth. The carnassial teeth. Number one, it looks like scissors because they grind against each other. They are used for two functions. One, breaking bones. Two, slicing flesh. And the molars are used for grinding flesh. So the mouth of a carnivore is adapted, number one, to holding the prey, to holding and killing, to breaking bones, and to chewing flesh. The carnivores have also very strong jaws and sharp claws. Cannot open the mouth of a dog. It has a very strong jaw. Last are the omnivores or the mixed diet eaters. The examples here are human, bear, monkey, apes. We also have chimpanzee, and we have the bear. We have the pigs. We have the chimpanzee or the ape family. The chimpanzee. We also have the monkey and baboons. But I want to put this clearly that hippopotamus is not an omnivore. Omnivores are mixed diet eaters, carnivores are flesh eaters, herbivores are plant eaters. More is explained in the notes. One special thing about herbivores is that all their teeth are spaced. Are spaced. That's why you have never seen a dog eating meat, then it will request for a toothpick. the teeth are spaced, that meat cannot get stuck in between. And number two, I have described the adaptations. Have a good time.